Oh my goodness. I don't know how it was with where you were, but all of our umbrellas are gone. Um, one one's against the bushes. The other one is stuck in a tree. All of our cushions are in the pool, and our neighbor's big tree just fell down, which is right next to us. I didn't go walking this morning because of the dust and the wind, so I changed my routine a little bit. And I started doing some body sculpting and stretching, and that was 45 minutes. And so it's been a packed morning of different events, to be sure. Hopefully, you all didn't have any problems where you are. We back up to the mountain, and that creates, and so the mountain's going up and we're down here, and that creates like a corridor. And that wind was so fierce. We've been here 20 years. I have never heard it that bad. So hopefully everybody else is safe and sound. We were, our big worry was that something was going to come through our windows. That's how, that's how bad it was. Anyway, good morning, everybody. It looks like it's still a little overcast. I can still see the wind blowing outside. Whew. I don't know. This weather is something. We had rain, now we have wind. And yesterday was so weird because I kept seeing the layer of something. It looked in the sky, but it wasn't normal. And John said, that's just all that dust up there. This was just really strange. Anyway, that was quite a Columbus Day. And good morning, everybody. And let's get started. So we put 89 homes on the MLS yesterday. That's good. That's good. We put 111 under contract. That's also good. And we closed 22. And that gives us 27 days of inventory. And again, I'm happy with that. Hopefully you are too, because as long as we're churning, we're closing and listing. Those are new properties that are coming on the market. Good morning, everybody. So the ones that we listed yesterday, 19 of them were 400,000 or under. And that gives us a total of 829 active homes under 400,000. What's going on here in the market for the $1 million homes? We're still doing 4.5 a day. Yeah, I see that number doesn't change. We have 563 available. Now that has changed. Let me see, last week we were down to, well, no, it hasn't changed too much, really. Nope. When I look back at the other stats, we're about where we should be. So people are still listing their $1 million homes. And if we're selling 4 a day and then we're listing more, it's still churning. So that's good. That means those Californians are still bringing their money here. Yeah. So this month so far, we went down in our average sales per day. We're down to 102. Last year we were doing 116, same time frame. So last year altogether, we were doing 107 a day. Now the beginning of this year was bonkers, right? We were doing 142, and it's still hanging in there at that average. So we'll see what happens. That's probably going to go down a little bit for this year because it doesn't seem like we're selling as many homes as we did last year. And that's about it. I'm looking to see what I forgot here. Oh, well, the iBuyers are the non-owner occupieds, I should say. This month so far have sold 450 homes, have bought 450 homes actually. Yeah, so that's about 44 a day. So we're getting close to them buying, closing half of what we're selling. So they're out there, right? And yesterday we talked about social media, and I posted the slides up there, the five categories of your social media, and those slides, you just really have to print them out and digest them. That would be my suggestion, so that you really get the essence of it, because I did breeze through all those things pretty quickly without a lot of explanation. So I did explain as I don't know, some of them I went deeper than others, but anyway, here we are. One of the things that I keep hearing over and over and over again is people and the stats. And I looked up people telling everybody the stats. And so I looked up some other formats that people put their stats in. And they would put like, here's 2021 and here's 2020. And they talked about expireds. They talked about things that I don't think are relevant. So I try to put things on my stat sheet that are relevant. I am going to think about changing the format a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe this month I'll have some time to do that. It has been a busy year for us. Lots of different things going on with us and our businesses. So anyway, I looked at this, I looked at other formats, and I like my format, but I think I need to maybe make some more explanations around it. Let's get started today, though, because, we've been doing the Tom Ferry and his 3 coaches, which we have 3 more tips left. We're going to do 1 today, and then possibly Jason Ferris is going to do 2 tomorrow. The 1 today is very, very good. And the previous tip, I don't know if you caught this, but they talked about a site, Jarvis. And Jarvis is for creating content, whether it's a cold email, whether it's a blog, but you give Jarvis a topic, and Jarvis then, you can give him, let's see, with this particular platform, you can give them, let's say one of Keeping Current Matters. Okay, because we post those every day. You have a daily post of Keeping Current Matters because we're whitelisted with them. We have the ability to do that, so you don't have to pay for at least their daily postings. They do other things too, but at least you have content every day. So you could take one of their postings and put it on the Jarvis site, and they would repurpose it. And that's just what life is about right now. Everybody is like, Tom Ferry talks about R&D, and I don't like rip off and duplicate. I really don't like the sound of that. I've been hearing that for years and years in the industry, but that's basically what it is. It's ripping off and duplicating. But Jarvis does it inexpensively. And if you are getting more and more into email marketing and you don't have an agent formula site, or let's say you do have an agent formula site and you want to take one of our emails and change it up, you could copy and paste, put it in Jarvis, and now you have maybe something that you like a little better, whatever. So that's a little tip. So let's go and let's go over to Tom Ferry. And we're going to listen to him today. Let me go over here and I'll get him started. I'm going to solo him so you won't hear me. I'm going to mute myself. Takes just a minute, everybody, so hang on. We've got 3 tips left. We're going to hear 1 today and 2 tomorrow. So here we go. Give me a second. Mute myself.
Bill?
So I'm going to
Bill's now grabbing the microphone. Come fly with me. Right now he's ready.
So I'm going to see your circle prospecting and raise you by 1. So
here we go.
Jason Ferris,
Yep.
our great coach and
Yep.
also amazing agent in Central California,
yes.
Fresno, California.
Frez,
right?
yes. Big shout out to Frez,
I mean,
yes.
Amazing.
Right, you may know it as Fresno, but he is all about Frez, yes.
Yes. You challenged him to take as many listings in a year as he possibly could.
Yes.
I think the final number was just him, not his team.
Yeah.
It was like 124, 123, 124 listings. Oh, like 76 or 77 of those were actually from circle dialing. Okay,
That's bonkers.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, and here's why. And he said this on a coaching session that we actually had, with all the coaches. Right, I'm saying, give me your best ideas, just like what we're doing right now. And he said, well, here's the process. The process is you're calling the 50 to 100 homes directly around that listing that you have 3 times. The first call that you're making is, hey, Thomas, Bill Pipes over here with Banana Real Estate. I'm the agent that is listing the house, the Joneses that are right down the street, trusted me to be able, and you know what? I'm giving you a call because you're probably going to see a lot more traffic in the neighborhood over the course of the next couple of weeks.
And you're going to see a lot more cars
and everything.
Yeah,
and I just want to let you know, here's my number if you ever need to call me about that, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Wait, I should call you about traffic?
No, yeah. If there's any concern or like,
are you like on the next door
that's
app
what
now? I can go to you
bro,
like
that is what he says. Yeah.
Right.
But wait, did you hear about your neighbor?
Yes.
No, but he just says
so
like,
you're going to see a lot of traffic.
You see a lot of traffic, and I just want to let you know, if you have any questions, please give me a call. Right? That's it.
That's beautiful.
Watch, jab.
Right.
Then he calls in when it goes under contract. Now, the key for this is that you have to do it immediately. You have to do it within the 48 hours of the status change, right? Because you're letting them in on a secret. Hey, Tom, it's Bill Pipes again.
Yes.
Just to remind you, I'm the agent that actually now has sold the house for the Joneses right down the street. You should see the traffic's going to subside now, right? You won't see as many people that's going to take place, right?
The traffic hook is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
And so and then they'll always ask like,
we noticed there was a lot of cars like this weekend.
Hey Tom, what did it sell for?
Of course.
Sorry, I can't tell you that right now, but I promise you, right, that you'll be the first person or one of the first people that I call the minute that I can actually let you know what it's sold for.
Okay.
Right? That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then
so these are like just quick checking in, like you'd be checking with your buddy. Hey man, are we still on for the trip? Like you're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Watch. It's the proverbial Gary V. Jab. I'm jabbing.
Yep.
It's not the typical right hook of a circle dial that just says, hey, I just sold this home and let me tell you, right? And then the third call is, hey Tom, it's Bill Pipes. I know I promised that I would give you a call. I haven't even turned the keys over yet to the new homeowners. However, I want to let you know that house, the Joneses that we're talking about, it's sold for blank, right? We're able to do it in X amount of time, right? What do you think about that price?
Yeah,
right?
wow,
And,
the price is great.
right,
yeah.
Beautiful. And they'll either say, wow, we think it's that, wow, that was really low or that was really high.
Sure.
Great. If they say it's high, you go, how do you think your home compares to that? Right?
Yeah, same
ours
question.
is right. It's a similar thing that Jeff has at that point. And then you start to cycle into, well, if I could get you that price, is that something that you'd be interested in? Because the problem I have is I got 4 other people that are going to be homeless that actually made offers on this property as well, too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and Jason, like just over. Now, what happens is invariably he actually gets one, he gets an appointment, gets a listing. And then they see him again on another. Hey, guess what, Tom? It's Jason Ferris again over here at Banana Real Estate.
Yeah. The traffic's coming back.
The traffic's coming back, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's brilliant, man.
So one of the things I want to bring up to you guys is, obviously what we haven't said is like, hey, there's a do not call list, right? We need to pay attention to that. We're not telling our clients to call people that are on the do not call list. There's plenty of people that are not on the do not call list. Right? Same page, right? Just for like public service announcement for the one person that's like, well, what if they're on the do not call list? Don't call them.
Fortunately, most of the services that you're going to use to get the numbers in the first place
already scrubbed. So I just want to clear that up.
About the do not call list. About the do not call list. I got on that list like maybe 7 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I get all kinds of calls again. I think it's like for a certain time. It's not forever.
We should
look into that.
We need to fact check that.
Because what I'm saying is that it seems like there's a lot more calls than usual.
I still get calls by politicians and people still looking like to raise money. Like somehow they're always calling.
Check the rules on that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea for everybody. Everybody should, because it might also be state by state. Remember, like in New York right now, right? It's like they've kind of rebanned phone calls. Like you can't even call your friends, your past clients. You can't call anybody. Kind of nutty, but you can text them, right? Kind of. All right, so killer 2 points. That every brand new agent, veteran agent, right? Because you took a super veteran who's also a business coach for us, and then Zach, a brand new agent. So that's a nice little spectrum. Jason, what do you got for our last one?
All right, I got 2. I got to pick one.
You can do 2, but you got to do it fast.
Well, yeah, right.
Because normally he talks really slow.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm going to hide these guys. So these tips, these tips are really, they're all really around communications, as you know. Jason Ferris talks a lot about, he's really into Google and the internet. And one of the things that I told you, I don't know if I did tell you yesterday, but I did the 24-hour success summit Oh gosh, it was awesome. And with Tom Ferry, I didn't go out of town, but this time he allowed people to live stream to listen to it. And I have to tell you that the people who are doing the business across the country are the people who are using these sites to get people's phone numbers. And yes, there's the do not call list, but you can still text these people, and you can get a response. Jason is more about getting a presence, getting your branding. So one of the things I brought up about this Tom Ferry Success Summit was many of the people there, it said it's not about people, about you being found because you have a Google business page. It's because people are looking for you. And then when they find you, they see that you have a Google business page. They see that you're on top of your game. They see that your LinkedIn is, and that's what you have to think, the mindset. You're not doing this as an advertising method to get business. You are doing this so that when people do find you, because you've reached out to them, that you have a great presence on Google My Business and on LinkedIn and on Facebook. Most of your people are going to be in one of those three spots. Again, TikTok's a different platform. I don't talk about it too much because I think that you, like Gary Vee always said, and I just said, take an inch and go a mile deep and then go to the next thing. Now, I've done that over time. I've just recently, this past year, started working on my YouTube channel, working on it. And I've been doing it because why? Because Google owns it, because YouTube is becoming quite a search channel of its own for specific things. So I see that there's some things that are changing where people are using Google to ask questions and things like that. People are going to YouTube to find out things. So it's a subtle difference there, but there's a difference. But in any event, if somebody says Las Vegas real estate agent in the search bar, you may or may not come up regardless of your Google business page. Now, the chances if you don't have one, you're not going to come up at all, of course. If you have a good one, if you're geotagging things, if you're posting things every day on there, there's a likelihood that you'll come up, but they don't know you. The thing about contacting people and having a farm is that people know you because they've been getting your mailers, they've been getting your postcards, they know that you have a listing, and then you're calling them to say, hey, John, you might see some traffic because I just listed this house down the street. So you might see a little bit more traffic coming in and out of our subdivision. Just wanted you to know why. And I'll keep you posted when it sells and when the traffic quiets down. So then you call them again. Hey, John, just want you to know, we just put that house under contract. Only took 4 days. We got $50,000 over list price, or we got list price, whichever its case may be. I think we're getting more down to the list price level now. But anyway, got list price, sold in 4 days. So the traffic is going to subside a little bit. And he's going to say, Ruth, what did it sell for? John, I can't tell you right now. However, as soon as it gets recorded, I will call you and let you know. Then it records. Hey, John, just want you to know that house closed and it did sell for this price. And so that means the value of your house went up because it did close. And now you're going to call him again because why? Because you got another listing. Hey, John, it's Ruth. Guess what? Traffic's back. I just listed the house over one street. So the traffic coming in and out of the subdivisions might be a little bit brisk, especially from Friday to Monday, because we're going to be doing open houses and we're going to be, yada, yada, yada. It starts the conversation and you're doing a customer service, just like the tip, was it yesterday or the day before, we talked about customer service, and that's what this is all about. And that's what you have to get used to. And again, my passion is for you all to get a farm, start doing these things. The biggest step is the first one, right? But you've got to do it. You have to do it, because if we don't, Zillow will. Zillow's making 1 million phone calls a day, everybody. We need to be making 1 million phone calls a day too. And what we can do is provide personal customer service. And I truly believe that we will always have a place in this industry. Those of us who provide customer service and who stay in touch with people, do the mailers, give them information, give them the market stats, give them anything that you want to give them. Pop-bys, if you follow the Buffini system, follow Tom Ferry's system. I frankly do a combination. Hold on, I have to cough. Hang on. Sorry about that. And we started 100 Days to Greatness last week. We have 10 agents, 10 brave agents that are going to take this journey with us. And one of the things that Jimmy Dague and I have learned, I think this is the third time we're teaching it, is that we have to be better at keeping you accountable. And so this next week, Thursday, 2 days, in 2 days, everybody that takes the class has got to role play with me with the mayor campaign. And I try to make it fun and light and action and, with enthusiasm and excitement. And, oh, hey, Frank, how you doing today? So glad to see you. Oh, and he says, Ruth, are you still in real estate? Oh, I'm still in real estate. Yes. Anyway, and then you give the mayor campaign based on, whether there's different things. If it's not a client of yours, you ask one question. If you're sitting at a restaurant and you hand the server your card and you strike up a conversation and he says, how's the market? And of course you have your market stats. Oh my gosh, here's how the market is. If you're going to do the mayor campaign, you need to have your market stats. And Buffini doesn't tell you that. I tell you that. And so then one thing leads to another, and you say, oh, by the way, if you had a family member or friend who was interested in real estate right now, could I be the real estate agent that you would recommend to them? Now, this is after a conversation. You just don't say that cold. You have to talk to people, give them information. This is such a game changer. It's such a game changer because this is what people want to know. And you say, look, and you show them all these things and that are on here and ask them what they're interested in, opens up the conversation. And then, of course, they want to use you because you're on the top of your game, especially if they don't have a realtor. And you always say, do you have a realtor that you would recommend? No. Well, could I be that realtor? Let me give you one of my stat sheets here and put 10 cards with a paperclip on it, right? And this real estate is not incredibly difficult. It takes discipline, though. It takes discipline. It takes really having your strategy together, having your plan together, your win the day. All those things go into this. It's not difficult. And I don't know why so many people fall out of this business unless they just don't like it. But if you need training, if you need a system, Buffini's system is one of the best. Tom Ferry is great at giving tips on how to do things, but Buffini, they're both different, and I love both of them. So hopefully, if you haven't joined our 100 Days to Greatness, it isn't too late. The first week, we delve in. It's mostly video-based, Brian going through several foundation steps. So we didn't really get into the meat and potatoes yet, so to speak. So if you still want to join, go to be.vegas, go to the Buffini, scroll down, there's a Buffini click here button. And then Kane will probably call you and walk you through the steps. You get materials, there's shipping and handling. And somebody said, why am I paying shipping? Well, because you get a whole box of stuff. You get personal notes, you get items of value, you get a whole regimen on you get your book so that you can remember what you learned, because sometimes we have to go back and review. So you get something for what you're paying. You're paying less than $500 for 14 weeks of awesome training, 100 Days to Greatness. Things that, and you have items of value, you have a CRM, you have so many things that Buffini offers you so that you can get on the right track to increase your business, keep us in business, right? And I always say, don't buy internet leads. Get a farm. Instead of buying internet leads, get Vulcan. Get one of these systems that give you phone numbers and emails. That's my advice to you. Forget the cold leads. A farm can be warm because you're going to start communicating with people that you know how long they've been in their house, you know what their interest rate is, if they kind of how old they are, if they're got a 2-story or a single story. You have information, and if you have information, that makes these people, I call them qualified opportunities. Internet leads are just cold, and they're cost money, and it's a waste of time and money when you can be establishing a presence in a neighborhood. And this month, if you join Agent Formula, or if you are an Agent Formula member, because I've joined Vulcan, and I'm going to get these farms that I'm not going to farm, but I'll give them to you to farm. There's nothing wrong with that. I download the CSV and I give it to you, because at Agent Formula, we're a team. So if you really are interested, please reach out to Kane and Kane at agentformula.com, and we will tell us the farm you want. You'll get 100, and so we can give 10 away a month. So if you want one, come and get in line, because I've signed up for a year, so I'm going to have a lot of qualified opportunities to give to you. Anyway, I just want you all to really take an inch and go a mile deep. Get a farm. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. We will have Jason's going to give us our last 2 tips with Jason Ferris with Tom Ferry. They're not related, Ferris and Ferry, 2 different names. But anyway, he's got 2 more tips, and we'll do that. And then on Wednesday, let's see, today's Tuesday. On Thursday, I'm going to play part of this. Let's see, part of Andy. Andy's one of the top producers in the country. How he got started, what he does, it's amazing. And then we'll get into Seth Godin, maybe by Friday. And his speech was phenomenal. Seth has such a different perspective on our industry. But when you always look in the rearview mirror, you see that he was always right on. So I love you all. See you tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. We have a class next week, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. It's the Attorney General's online one. Jimmy Dague. It was